Now, before we talk about the GOAT herself, I have to ask you this. Now, when you hear female shonen character, does this sound familiar?
Look at you. Nobody want you but me. You ain't without me. You without me equals . You understand that, you ugly fat
Or maybe you go, whoa, this female character is really shining right now. I sure hope they don't turn her useless as the anime continues. They wouldn't do that, would they? Or what about that one girl whose entire purpose in the anime is to be validated by men? Or when anime turns women into slaves and the guy has to break her free from the shackles around her heart. Also, this one was like 5 years old and he was 20 years old when he found her. Do you know this man married her later on? But that's for a video for another time. Or what about everyone's favorite? Come rescue me, my personality revolves around me having big boobies. And it just feels like most of these characters fall into these categories.
This is boring.
So what sets my GOAT apart from the rest?
Part 1. The forbidden magic of misogyny.
The magic of misogyny has an array of powers. At maximum power, women aren't even seen as full human beings. Just something nice to look at. But on the other end, just have a surface level of understanding of women and don't truly commit to giving that level of depth compared to other male characters. First, let's talk about the Fire Force girl. This is a perfect example of something to look at. So the whole show, they're firefighters. After fighting fires with their firefighting equipment, but her clothes are just burned off. Did they get hers from Shein? And the bad part is it doesn't even stop there. They'll just be randomly talking and the camera will just zoom in on her ass. Like, bro, why are you directing the anime like this? Stop making Gooner Force. Her female representation would be like if black representation in Afro Samurai was the main character fighting for the #1 watermelon headband while stabbing people with a chicken wing sword. If you ask a Bleach fan what they like about Orihime, ooh, her healing powers, ooh, she has nice eyes, they're not gonna say any of that. They're just gonna talk about her mommy milk. After like the first 50 episodes of her unlocking her powers, her sad backstory, and them saving Rukia, her development was kind of doo-doo. There was just this big difference between Rukia's rescue arc and Orihime's rescue arc. When Rukia was captured, the story went into depth with her lore, her feelings were being executed, her relationships with other Soul Reapers. But with Orihime's rescue arc, when she was in Wako Mundo, it was just heal me and boing, yoing, 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 like that's it for her. Now, what they did to Asuna was honestly a damn shame. She had such a strong start. I mean, at the beginning, when you see her, you're like, oh, she's so mysterious. She's got this opium vibe about her. Kirito's like, whoa, she's got aura. She's fighting side by side with Kirito against this boss, and then she saves him at one point. Everything's looking on the ups. But then the writer just starts tweaking out, goes, not even the second season. It was the second half of the first season. She becomes useless and a damsel in distress. This wasn't a saving arc. This was an assassination arc, a character assassination. When you really think about it, Sakura's also a terrible person outside of her being a bad written character. Like one episode, she sat there going, ew, how come Naruto don't know how to behave? Maybe because his parents are dead. But you knew that because you talked behind his back to Sasuke, who's also an orphan. In the tuning exams, they had you shook. Like that one time I said you belong on the short bus in one of my old videos. And then when they went to save Sasuke, you think anybody went, this will be a tough mission. I think we really need Sakura right now. Now, these traits of weakness and lack of empathy would have been cool to see remedied as the story progressed. But just like a kid who opens up a bag of chips at school and then you beg for some and then they pick the smallest chip out of the bag and smash it in your hand and say, here, down, is what Sakura got in terms of power-ups and character development. When they got to the final arc of Shippuden, we saw Sasuke get strong. We saw Sasuke work through his trauma. Same thing with Naruto too. But when Sakura stood next to him, it was like, I'm as strong as you. Hey, you're not fooling anybody, pal. Okay, so Nobara is weird. She suffers from what I call, a term I'm just gonna make up. It's called the gender anime wage age gap. As I talk, you'll get what I mean. So she's a part of this main group, right? Gojo, Itadori, Megumi, and her. Gojo has cool fights. He's sexy and really in-depth lore. Itadori's fighting his inner demons. Cool fight. And is the main character. Megumi, cool abilities, in-depth lore. Not just about him, but his daddy, his clan, and he has some nice fights. Then you get to the bar who's had like 3 fights. She beats up some gay dude, this witch, who's trash, and off screen in what honestly was her only important fight. Her abilities, she just carries around a hammer and nails. But she has soul resin. Shut up. If I gave you the option between her abilities and everyone else's, you're not picking hers. And then when she died, they gave her like a 7-minute backstory because the author dude, he was like, damn, I barely fleshed out this character. Yeah, you didn't. I don't even think Gojo spent any one-on-one time with her. That's how irrelevant she was damn near. But let me tell you why. Frieren is so amazing. Now, when you're cooking up a good female character, here are a few things God of Flashiness looks for. Number 1, how much impact does she have in the story? Number 2, how much impact does she have on other characters? Is she one-dimensional? Was there even a purpose to making her a woman in the first place? And if I take out the sex appeal out of this character, would I still like them? So for impact, she's one of the 4 heroes that took out the Demon King, and on her journey there, saved a lot of people, killed a lot of monsters, and explored a lot of dungeons. She's certified in the streets. My goat has many personality traits for me to glaze. She's lazy. She doesn't like waking up early in the morning. For some reason, she has an interest in spells that don't do shit. I honestly believe she'll kill Eren in Titan form for a spell that gets the booty mildew smell out of your clothes. She's learning how to express her feelings and to be more empathetic towards other people. She loves eating cake. She gives head pats of affirmation. The list goes on. If I can describe an anime character like a friend I've known for years, then the writer's done a good job in my book. Was there a purpose to making Frieren a woman? I say yes. She isn't just a guy character recast with a pussy, or just the same reused parts that male authors use to write their female characters. And although shonen is typically geared towards younger guys, I appreciate the non-sexualization to get me to like her as a female character. Frieren is like a breath of fresh air, bro. I get what people mean when they say there's power in femininity. I get tired of seeing the same shit. Other shonen anime, the women feel annoying, useless, or just me ride the men. But Frieren shows if you make better female characters with better positive representation of women, you can have a better story.